Yeah, it was. Both sides were, there to play and give it their all. And, we just, missed our chances. They took a couple of theirs. And unfortunately, we had a couple that we missed. But you could tell at half time it wasn't going to take many points to win the game. And the way that both teams were defending, and we just didn't get any ball or any field position in the second half, and when we did, we missed a couple of chances.
How extraordinary did you think both teams' defences were overall?
Oh yeah, it was. Both defended great. Yeah. It's just a good, tough game of footy. That's what you'd expect coming up here. So, it was a good game of footy.
Where do you think was won and lost ultimately? Was it just the game-breaking efforts of Thurston and Bowen?
Yeah, those two little blokes. They just had a run of possession. When the game really got into that fatigue mode with, I think it's about 20 or 15, in between that 20 to 15 minute period in the second half, to their credit, they just strangled us a bit, where our kicking game was a touch off, and they just had a lot of field position. We had a couple of errors, ended up getting about half a dozen sets against us there, extra in that last 20 minutes in our own end, and in the end it told, with those two guys in particular.
Do you think still it was a continuation of last week? You were very happy last week. Do you think it was, you still on par with last week, or do you think you went backwards just because of the result? Or
no, I thought, I thought that was a better effort than last week.
Oh really?
Yeah, physically and desperation-wise, I thought we let in a few soft tries last week. It was just, it was pleasing to see their work ethic, and they were honest. They never stopped giving in. They never stopped giving. And on the night with the opposition, a couple of class guys just put us away, and when they had a run of possession, if we'd had that same run of possession at that period of the game, we would have, we probably would have got points.
So, like last week, you thought it was better than the week before, where you ran up 50 points. Yeah. So the performances are improving, even if the results.
Yeah. Sometimes I was just very proud of them there tonight. Just we got our defensive game back, which we didn't have a month ago. We didn't have it against Melbourne, and we certainly didn't have it against Newcastle, but we've worked very hard, and we've set a standard again for ourselves about where we need to be defensively.
Alex, we've got injuries in Origin. You had 4 key players out tonight, 4 test players out tonight. Is that fairly courageous effort by your guys?
Yeah, it's definitely courageous by the team. The boys that came in the side covering those representative spots really stepped up. Like Chuck was saying, everyone turned up for each other. There was just patches in that second half where it was really crucial for us, and Matty Bowen and Thurston really stepped up and took the opportunities.
How hard is it, Alex, when Matty's in that mood? Is he just so hard to stop out there?
Yeah, he is really hard to stop, especially when you got a scattered line coming at him. He's got some great footwork, and definitely one of the hardest players to tackle one-on-one. So you can't be presenting him a staggered line when we kick on 5th and final.
Alex, is it hard to obviously battle away for an hour like that and think it might be a 1-0 result, and then I suppose have them score a couple late tries? What were your thoughts when they scored that first one?
Yeah, it was. We knew it was going to be a tough 80-minute game. We prepared well, knowing that it was going to be a physical battle. And yeah, to the credit of the boys, we came out and really held them out for a long period of the time. Like I said, it came down to those crucial areas where the Cowboys took their opportunities and got over the line against us.
Do you agree with the coach that the performances over the last 3 weeks have been improving, even though the results have gone in the other direction, I suppose?
Yeah, it's definitely improving. Everyone's showing the work ethic at training and turning up at game day wanting to play for each other. Even though the result didn't go our way, was definitely an improvement defensive-wise from last week.
Anthony, you must have been pleased with Miranda's game. I mean, for a young bloke, he showed a lot of composure, didn't he? Some tough
Yeah, he
moments.
has. Yeah, he's been thrown in the deep end a little bit. I was, tempted not to play him tonight because I knew it would have been and it was a massive step up on last week in what he'd have to do defending kicks and with Thurston coming at him. But when we got a couple more injuries, with Corey and guys not in the team, I left him out there, and he did a great job. He's done a great job the last couple of weeks, and that's the important thing for us. Like what Alex said, our performances have improved, and we had a team out there tonight good enough to win the football game. It's not about who didn't play. I thought the players out there tonight set a standard about where we need to be, and when some of those other players come back next week, they're going to have to live up to that standard.
Okay, thanks, Philip.
Thanks, Phil.
Thank you. Thanks.